Today I'd like to talk about The Killer 2023, starring Michael Fassbender. This is a great film. Great film. Uh, from start to end, this whole film it's been called slow burn. I didn't find that. You will need patience, however, as there are a few scenes which are deliberately trying to captivate you and hold your attention, and that's what David Fincher does in this film the whole way through. It is just pay attention to the monkey. Um, this is where it shines through without a doubt. There is less talk about morality in this film. It is really a matter of fact. This killer is killing. He's done a job. The job has gone horribly wrong. And we see this process at the start. Very good opening. I really didn't hear much about this film to begin with. And what I thought was going to be a by the numbers shitty shitty bang bang actually was a well paced, thought provoking uh, internal piece. Quick rundown on the film. It starts with our assassin waiting for a target. He narrates his methods. And as he talks to us, he's explaining his rules. You know, because this pacing, this slow open, was absolutely what this film needed. There was moments there where I thought, oh no, this is going to be another egocentric justification for violence film. Or, this is going to be a one-man army rampage, and it is none of that. And that's where I can't say enough good things about this. Through the slow opening, we see tension start to build, the anticipation, as this killer is struggling with boredom, essentially. And that's where it's very interesting. He seems so bored that his mind tends to wander. He's not focusing on what he should be. And his rules playing over in his head. And it's really quite beautiful. The moment of absolute certainty that everything's going to go well absolutely goes wrong. And this is where it just kicks off. We see him panic, and we actually get to feel that internalized struggle of almost self-justification that he's looking for. Now, as things go wrong, you see him unravel a certain way. He's constantly struggling with his own rules. Be prepared, basically, don't improvise, and stick to the plan. And he has many things that he repeats to himself. And this is where it's kind of like a stanza or something. It's a beautiful film because it really just picks up this idea and then learns to repeat it throughout with varying consequences. That's where this is the strongest. If you were expecting a action revenge story, a John Wick, for instance, first one, not the others, something with any stakes, that isn't it. This is not a one-man army film. This is something that could have been very easily turned into a Guy Ritchie style, dialogue-heavy, laugh-a-minute, bumbling criminal story. Or David Fincher just goes, and he's not reinventing the wheel, but he's putting spinners on that sucker. He's using his own tricks and very well-known style, and he's really putting it on display at full blast. This is great. This is like you can see the passion that he's had for this project, and he has had this. This has been a passion project of David Fincher's for many years, and it's so good to see him execute it so very, very flawlessly. I think that the character hangs on nihilism. He does it himself to basically be able to function. The nihilism is a protection layer for him, for this character. It's a false worldview that basically gives him what he needs to be able to continue to dispatch people. And that is the most interesting part about this film. The morality of it all. It doesn't ask any of those questions, and I'm so glad it does not. It really, really just sets it up, and it's watching events unfold as they happen. It's more interesting to see the internal crumbling of this man's psyche. Watching Michael Fassbender actually struggle with his own thoughts and feelings is the highlight of this film. There is not big set pieces. This isn't a huge action film or anything like that. It's very subtle. It's constrained. You can see they've really peeled it back to what it needs to be. It's boiled down, condensed. And that's not to say it's simplistic. The music was handled by Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails. And it features a fair bit of music from The Smiths, a British rock band. And it's great because the music here actually helps narrate the story. There is some very crazy things going on here. Now, I checked it out, and if you watch this film with headphones, the earpiece that he puts in will be the only side you get the sound of the music from. So it really helps to, the whole point of this film is to put you in that perspective of this character. It's not asking you to judge him. There are no discernibly good moral qualities here, possibly with the exception of a couple of times where he does show empathy or some form of understanding. But once again, that comes back to this whole theme of restraint. This film is about restraint. This isn't bells and whistles and all the trimmings. This is strip it back, make it bare, and just execute. Executed flawlessly. The music does a lot of the heavy lifting in some scenes, and I think it was great. Trent Reznor's signature stylized synthetic sound is used so sparingly, and it in some ways it helps build the tension. You can really feel it. You get almost anxiety watching this film. And then there was parts where that synth sound, and I'm sure you're aware of it if you've ever listened to Nine Inch Nails, it feels like a release. It is build, release, build, release. This is obsessive constraint in this film. Both in the cinematography, dialogue options, the works. Fincher really pulls back here, which gives us, the audience, a sense that at any point things could go very wrong for this character. Now, we never know the assassin's true name, but he does function under many aliases, I think 9. And each one of these aliases is a little wink or a nod back to probably better times. Just a quick insert here too, as I've lost the extra video I had. All the other performances of the cast here are amazing. The violence in this film is very shocking. There's tension, there's weight. So I don't want to spoil this film for anyone. The killer is very polished, well maintained, and flawlessly executed. I absolutely recommend this. I couldn't recommend this enough. Go see it. If you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe, and we will see you next week on Popcorn Pig, where I will be taking a look at Oppenheimer, the Christopher Nolan film. All right, until then, stay safe, have fun. Be good or be good at it.